Hi dear students, welcome to Geeta's classes. So now we have come to the last unit, unit 5 of COSM last minute revision. So unit 5, it is a very small unit and all direct questions only you will get. Don't worry about that. It is very simple unit, okay? And all direct questions only you can expect. So in this we have seen stochastic process first. And what is a stochastic process? It is a family of random variables, right? So a set of random variables, you can say sequence of random variables, you can say family of random variables, you can say. And if it satisfies some conditions, then it is a Markov process. So from this we started understanding what is Markov process. What is that Markov process? There should be some condition satisfied, that is probability of x of tn is equal to xn given x of tn minus 1 is equal to xn minus 1 comma etc. x of t naught is equal to x naught should be equal to, that is probability of, what you mean by this should happen before this, given means before this happens all these things would have happened, but this probability should be equal to probability of x of tn given x is equal to xn given x of tn minus 1 is equal to xn minus 1. That is, it depends only on the previous probability, okay, only on the previous event, not on the other events, only the preceding event. It depends only on the preceding event. Then it is said to be Markov chain, Markov process or Markov chain, you can say. And we have two representation of this. One is matrix representation, another one is graphic representation. If you want to analyze about the states and all, if you want to understand the states of the process and all, then graphic representation will be useful. And if you want to do some algebraic calculations and all, matrix representation will be useful. Like second two-step probability, first one step, two step, all those matrices. Then if you want to find out, then you can use matrix representation. Both are useful only, okay? So step n step transition. Transition means what? From one state, from the name itself you can understand. Transition matrix representation means we are writing the transition matrix values. Transition probability we are writing. Okay. Transition probabilities. Transition means what? From one state I to j. Okay. What is the probability that the state will move from I to j? That is the transition probability. If you write all those probabilities, then it will constitute the transition probability matrix, okay, which represents the Markov process. Okay. Then next is stochastic. It is also called stochastic matrix. What is a stochastic matrix? Stochastic matrix. It is a transition probability matrix. Okay. It is a TPM or transition matrix, you can say. Transition matrix of some Markov chain. And we have some stochastic matrix, you can find out whether it is regular or not in stochastic matrix. You can find out whether it is regular or non-regular. Regular or not regular, you can find out. How will you find out whether it is regular or not regular? If P is the stochastic matrix and we have some condition, I'll tell you, the row sum should be equal to 1. It should satisfy all the entries of this stochastic matrix are 0 to 1, because all are probabilities, all are representing the transition probabilities. Okay, so all the entries should be between 0 and 1 because it is a probability, right? And how to find out whether it is regular or not? If you can find out P per m, or in which P per m in this matrix all the entries should be non-negative, non-zero, non-negative and non-zero, all positive because probabilities, and it should not contain any zero. If you can find such m, such that P power m will contain all positive values, then it is said to be regular. And one more important note that if you have 1 in the principal diagonal, if you have 1 in the principal diagonal of the stochastic matrix, then it is not regular. By seeing that, you need not calculate p squared, p cube and so on. Okay, then it is not regular. From there itself you can decide whether it is regular or not. Okay, now then in Markov process we have in the graphic representation only we can find out accessible. Of course from matrix also you can find out accessible. When will you say that it is accessible? I, the matrix I, if you I implies J, that means what? J is accessible from I. Okay, and if you write J implies I, that means I is accessible from J. These two are accessible. And if J is accessible from I and I is accessible from J, we can write I and J communicate with each other. Okay, I and J communicate with each other. And now we study this. After this accessible, it is communication. Communicate. The states communicate with each other. And from here you can find out whether it is recurrent state. Every state is recurrent state or transient state. One is recurrent state and another one is transient state. For the all these things we can find out only for Markov chains. Okay. So if I recurrent, when will you say that recurrent? If J is accessible from I, then actually J is accessible from J. From I. J is accessible from I, then definitely you should be, that is if you are going from I to J, then definitely you should be able to come back to I. Then it is said to be recurrent. Okay. So for all J, J is accessible from I implies I is accessible from J. Then you can say it is a recurrent state. Otherwise, if it is not recurrent, that is if you are going from, if you are able to go from I to J but not able to come back, then it is said to be transient. Okay, transient state. So there exists J such that you are able to go from, J is accessible from AI, but you are not able to come back to I. Okay, there is no possibility. You cannot walk back to I. Okay, then, and if you consider any state, definitely it has to be, there is a note that any state, if you consider any state, it is either, it has to be a recurrent or transient. Okay. Then, next is period. From period, you can decide whether it is ergodic Markov chain or not. Okay. What is a period? The length of the walk, if you are going from I to I, recurrent state, and I to I, okay, if you find out the state, if you consider the state I, then from I to I, find out the length of the walks. Then the greatest common divisor, if you have only one walk, that is the length of the walk you have to find out. If you have only one possible way, then that length is called the period. Otherwise, if you have more than one path, then you have to consider the GCD of all such n's. Okay. If you have 2-3 paths, then find out the lengths of each path, then take the GCD, that is greatest common divisor of all such values. So Pi of Pii not equal to 0, and it is denoted by D of I. Denoted by D of I. That is from I to I you should come back. You find out the length of each walk. If there is only one walk, then the length of that particular walk is called the period. If you have more than one paths such that then you have to take the greatest common divisor of all such paths, okay, all such lengths. And if the period is 1, if d of I is equal to 1, the state is called aperiodic. The state is called aperiodic, and I have explained in detail of all these period, aperiodic, ergodic, everything we have seen in detail in the previous class. Okay, and ergodic. Next definition is ergodic. When will you say that it is ergodic? It should consist of one class of equivalence. What is equivalence class? Equivalence, it should satisfy reflexive. This also I have explained. Reflexive, symmetric and transitive. If it satisfies all these three conditions, it is said to be equivalence relation. Okay. And one class of equivalence it should have, and all the states in those class should be recurrent, and every state should be aperiodic. Then it is said to be ergodic. Okay. And one more definition, last definition, irreducible. Irreducible means what? All the states communicate with each other. Communicate with each other. That is, every state should be, you should be able to access every state from all the other states. Then it is said to be irreducible. You can expect actually matrix form, TPM will be given, transition probability matrix will be given. You will be asked to find out the nature of the states, irreducible, whatever it is. First you draw the graphical representation, then it will be very easy for you to find out either the period or ergodic, irreducible, everything. You can find out the states everywhere, everything. You can find out very easily if you have the graphical representation. Okay. Let us see one problem. A fair die is tossed repeatedly. If x and this is the last year question paper, we got this question. So a fair die is tossed repeatedly. If xn denotes the maximum number occurring in first n tosses, find the transition probability matrix of the Markov chain xn. Find also p square. Okay, first you have to find out the TPM p. How to find out? Now xn is given as the maximum number occurring in the first n tosses. Suppose if the first n tosses the maximum number is 3. If I am assuming that the maximum number up to n tosses is only 3, then probability of, that is, what will be our xn plus 1 now? Up to xn the maximum number occurred is 3 only, right? So if xn plus 1 is also 3, then what can I say? Xn plus 1 also I will write 3. That is, I am writing only, even if I am getting 1, I am writing 3. 2, I am writing 3. 3, I am writing, because first 10, for example 10 if you write, up to 10 tosses I am getting either 1 or 2 or 3. So maximum number I am writing it as xn. Okay. So now I am writing 3. So if I am getting the next toss, 11th toss also if I am getting 3, then what will be the probability either? When will you write that? That is n plus 1th state is either 1 or 2 or 3, because I am writing maximum. Okay. But if I am getting in the n plus 1th trial, if I am getting 4, I will write the maximum value as 4, right? Similarly, if I am getting n plus 1th state as 5, I will write xn plus 1 as 5. And xn plus 1 I will write 6 if n plus 1th trial is 6. Okay, understood? So what is the probability that, now let us write in the probability form. Probability that xn plus 1 is equal to 3 given xn is equal to the maximum number is 3. That is, even if I am getting 1, I will write 3. Even if I get 2, I will write 3. Maximum is 3 only. Till 10th task. For example, I told 10th task I am getting either 1 or 2 or 3. For everything I will write 3 only. Okay, maximum value only xn I will write. Right. So here This is 3. So that means either I can get 1 or 2 or 3. So 1 by 6 for 1 plus 1 by 6 for 2 and 1 by 6 for 3. That is 3 by 6. Right? Suppose if I am getting in n plus 1th trial, if I am getting 4, then xn is equal to 3. Here I will get, I'll write only 4, right? So what is the probability of getting 4? 1 by 6. Similarly, probability of xn plus 1 is equal to 5, xn is equal to 3 is 1 by 6. Similarly, probability of xn plus 1 is equal to 6 given xn is equal to 3 is also equal to 1 by 6. Okay, this is for maximum 3 I told. For another example I'll give you. If the maximum is 2, what will happen? So I'll write xn is 2, maximum is 2. So xn plus 1 is equal to 2 again if I am getting n plus 1th trial is either 1 or 2, right? So if I am getting 3, I will write 3 here if n plus 1th is 3 and 4, 5, 6 etc. So probability of xn plus 1 is equal to 2 given xn is equal to 2 is either for 1 or 2 I will write. So 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 which is 2 by 6, right? Probability of xn plus 1 is equal to 3 given xn is equal to 2 is 1 by, either I will get only 3. If I am getting 3 then only I will write here, right? So now what is the probability that I will get 3? 1 by 6 only. Similarly, probability of xn plus 1 is equal to 4 given xn is equal to 2 is also 1 by 6 and so on. Okay. So let me write the probability here. If the maximum till now of n tosses, if I am getting maximum 1 only, so either I can get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, right? Now for 2, maximum 2 if I get, I won't write 1. So here I will write 2 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. Okay. So here for 3, so for 0 or 1 or 2, I will write 3 only. So 3 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. 0 we will not get because it is tossing throwing a die. Okay, so you will get either 1 or 2 or 3 like that. We will not get 0. So here 0, 0, 0. Next will be 4 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. So 0 maximum number only I will write. So 5 by 6, 1 by 6. And total, if you see the total, row total, you will get 1. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. 6 by 6, so it is 1. So this is our transition probability matrix. Always remember, here it is nth state xn and here it is xn plus 1 state. Okay. Column wise here down always it is nth state, from nth state to n plus 1 state. Okay. And you are asked to find out p squared also. So p squared will be, that is two-step probability. Always remember p of n step is also equal to p of n, p of matrix n. Product, if you find out the product n times, then it will be equal to p of n. N step probability you can directly multiply and find out. So p into p. I'll write the matrix directly. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. That is p into p. Okay, directly you can find out. So 0, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11. And in the third row 0, 0, 9, 7, 9, 11. Then 0, 0, 16, 9, 11. Then 0, 0, 0, 0, 25, 11. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 36. So this is our p square. Okay. This is what is asked. Okay. And this question was asked for 10 marks in the last year. Okay. and practice minimum 1 or 2 problems for each method. You will be confident, and this time I'm sure that the question is going to be direct and very easy question paper. Okay, and all of you please write well, and all of you clear the paper, I'll be the happiest person. Okay, thank you so much for listening. All the very best for your exam.